Hello and welcome to a new video. Tonight I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm taking an electric scooter for a night ride through New Albany, Indiana. Mainly because I could throw this in my trunk and take it somewhere instead of having to drive all the way here. Alright, so now I'm moving again. But yeah, this was something I could throw in my trunk and drive over here. Didn't have to ride all the way here. Yeah, so figure I go check it out around here because I've gone through here before in the daytime. Don't think I've really come through before at night. This area has kind of been built up over the years compared to what it used to be. We'll go this way. And this scooter has turn signals, which is useful for a safety feature. There are a ton of red lights here, though, that make this difficult to go very far. So now I'll go the opposite direction. And down through here, New Albany, there's a lot of restaurants and bars and things that you can visit. Then there might not be as much to explore as I was thinking. But, you know, it's nice, warm summer days where during the daytime it gets to be pretty warm and humid. So I haven't been going for as many rides on things during the daylight hours. Been kind of reserving some of that for nighttime. Just because it gets so hot. And this, I think, will go past the Culbertson Mansion. There's like a haunted mansion that's down through here. Yeah, so don't know how visible all this will be at nighttime. There's the big Culbertson Mansion. I know in during the fall they have haunted houses here. So it's kind of a cool old historic looking building. And I'll turn around here. There's another mansion. Yeah, another thing, you know, you go through at nighttime, a lot of these roads won't be really busy at all. So you don't have to worry as much about traffic. It's 10:27 p.m. It's on a Thursday night. So not peak traffic hours by any stretch of the imagination. So I might ride down by the riverfront and then come back and do another quick loop through the area with all the restaurants and bars and such. Like I said, this is way built up from what it used to be. Now, I think I can go through here, because this will go by... Probably should have brought some brighter lights. It's probably pretty dark. But this goes by the Ohio River Greenway, which is a running, walking, cycling path that will go down here by the Ohio River. So it starts in Jeffersonville, Indiana, right by the Big Four pedestrian bridge, and then it runs all the way down through here to New Albany. So you go from Jeffersonville through Clarksville to New Albany. So you go through multiple cities. I mean, it's not a super huge long distance, but I've gone through here before at nighttime once or twice. I think I've recorded a video on one of the e-bikes. Yeah, but down through here to the left is the Ohio River. Again, I'm not sure how bright it is to see much. As far as the Ohio River, which just goes along. Then over here to the right, they have kind of an amphitheater performance place, I believe. Well, I guess they'll have concerts or performances or things here. And then there's also a skate park that's up ahead. I'll turn around, because if you keep going, it just goes down to where there's like industrial stuff. Yeah, but the skate park portion is straight ahead. There's a boat launch ramp down here where people can come and launch their boats. And if you're curious what scooter this is, it's the Segway Ninebot Max G2. It's pretty nifty. It's not one of the speed demon ones that does, 50 miles per hour. It tops out at like, around 20, but it has full suspension, which is nice, so it's a nice little comfortable ride. It has turn signals and a little horn. So the little horn is like a beep. It's this thing. So I guess that would be useful to get the attention of pedestrians if you're on like a path, a shared path. You could probably get somebody's attention with that. I guess theoretically a car could hear you. I wouldn't count on it though. 100% that they could hear you to react and not kill you, so but I think that's definitely adequate to notify people that you're behind them on a trail or something. It does pretty good on that grade, on that hill climb just there. I didn't have to get off and push like you do on some of the older scooters or the less powerful ones. And I'm recording this with an Insta360 1-inch 360 camera. That just gives the combination of one camera I mount to my helmet that actually has decent enough low light. And I don't have to have multiple cameras with a complicated setup. So I can just, with the 360 camera, you can flip it around and show footage from any direction. Okay. Yeah, I decided here to turn left. Probably should have signaled sooner, but there was a four-way stop. Yeah, it is fun going for night rides because it's not as hot. You're not, you know, covered in sweat. Even riding a motorcycle or a, you know, e-scooter or something like that, or e-bike, even if you're not doing much work, you can still end up sweating buckets because of the heat. Yeah, so I'm just rolling through some different areas. There's some stores, and there's a winery and rec bar over here to the right, which is a bar it's a barcade, so they have a lot of arcade machines and games and stuff. I guess I'll go straight. There's one thing with these, you know, stuff that's super light like this, sometimes the sensors in the street aren't going to pick you up.
You got license for that night, sir?
Could not see who that was yelling at me. That was just a person in a car or a cop or something. Technically for these, I don't think you have to have a driver's license. I mean, of course I have a driver's license and a motorcycle license, but I don't think it's strictly necessary because I think you can ride them similar to a bicycle. I'll go right this time. I think this is a bike lane, I guess. Yeah, because like something that's interesting with electric scooters, at least, is that there are ones that are, you know, essentially just personally owned versions of, you know, the kind of rental scooters you see, like the Lime and Bird and what have you, where they, you know, top speed 15, 16 miles per hour. And then there's the larger ones where there's companies like Apollo and I think it's Wolf Cabo brand scooters, and then Segway even makes ones that have top speeds that are 30, 40 miles per hour. And the legality of those pretty much is that they're not legal to ride at that speed. Most places have caps on how fast they're supposed to go. I know in Kentucky, that cap is 20 miles per hour. So this Segway Max G2 scooter, I think that out of the box, the top speed I think is 20. You can go into the app and update it to be 22. So you can go a little bit faster, but you can also reel it back in with the app to make sure that it's legal. And I think you can change the settings of the different speed modes, so you can adjust some of that, which is nice. Because I really do think that a lot of the electric stuff should probably have an app that allows you to change. I'm going to turn around here. Oh. Get back on this bike lane. They probably should have apps that allow you to adjust the performance parameters so you can stay within whatever the state or city rules are where you're at. I know some of them do, some of them don't. Probably be useful. Because I've seen a lot more stuff about, you know, the different powerful e-bikes, like the Surons and the Segway X260 or the Talaria Sting bikes. More places are catching on to what those are and policing them. So it's just, you know, it's only a matter of time before a lot of places clamp down and stuff like that. I mean, in Kentucky, there are regularly groups of people riding around on dirt bikes and four-wheelers that don't really get stopped, so I'm not really too concerned. But I do try to make sure that I'm aware of what the rules and laws are on this stuff, just to be safe. Because even though I know I've recorded some videos of the Segway X260, with that one you can go into the app and adjust the torque and the top speed all the way down to their lowest settings, and have a pedal kit on it. So technically, it's fitting within the parameters of a Class 3 bike. And beyond that, you know, I have a headlight, tail light, mirrors, turn signals, and everything that if they're willing to get ticky-tacky, it can just qualify as a moped, I guess. But yeah, when I take it out during, you know, I tune the performance down so it top speeds out at, you know, Class 3 e-bike speeds. Which, I mean, I don't think is all that different from what happens with a lot of, you know, scooters. A lot of 50cc scooters will have a governor on them that keep the speed low. Because in Kentucky, you can ride a scooter or moped with the top speed of 30 miles per hour or less if it's 49 cc's or less. And a lot of 49cc, 50cc bikes, you know, scooters, whatever, they should exceed 30 miles per hour. It's just they have a governor on it that pulls it back down within that speed limit. So I don't see how it's much different going into an e-bike and detuning it in the app. And then, you know, ramping it up to, you know, full power output if you're going out off-road or whatever. But I foresee if people do things that are dangerous, there will be at some point there will be a reckoning on some of this stuff. And a lot of it's just people doing dumb things will get the attention. You know, a group of 30 people on Telarias and Surons and what have you doing wheelies and stuff through crowded downtown traffic will cause attention, especially if people record videos and throw it on YouTube and gets thousands or millions of views. So that's why, even if you're riding all that stuff, if you can just be a little bit more on the low-key side, that helps everybody, I would think. But, I mean, some of the people, if they weren't doing it on the e-bikes, they'd be doing it on a literal gas dirt bike, which isn't legal in any way either, because it wouldn't be a dual sport bike that has insurance and what have you. I mean, and two, with me, I actually do have insurance on my Segway e-bike. So I have insurance on it, which I'm sure most people don't do. It's not super expensive or anything either, so. Yeah, so this has been riding through downtown New Albany, Indiana at nighttime on a Segway Ninebot Max G2 scooter. So taking this out for a night ride. Yeah, that'll wrap it up till next time. Later.